In the last 30 days, this channel got over 10 million views and over 90,000 subscribers, and the estimated earnings is between $2,200 to $42,000 per month. Here's another channel about 2 years old, and it has gotten over 22 million views just from 52 videos. But he is a younger channel about 6 months old, and it already has over 28,000 subscribers. So what all these channels have in common is that they are telling Bible animated stories, and just from what you've seen, even younger channels have equal opportunity to blow up while telling these Bible stories. And the best thing is that you too can be able to create this kind of videos from the step-by-step process that I'm about to show you. But to show you that it works, let me show you a snippet of what I created.
In the days of King Xerxes, who ruled over 127 provinces stretching from India to Kush, the Persian Empire was vast and its glory unmatched. To display his wealth and majesty, King Xerxes gave a banquet, lasting 180 days for all his nobles, princes, and officials. When it ended, he held another feast, this time for all the people of Susa, from the least to the greatest.
So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create Bible animated story videos using AI. Let's get started. So the first step, and I recommend you beginning with this exact step, is for you to do your research, because you don't want to create something and then there's no audience for that. So this is a really important step. So the first tool that we're going to use here is ChatGPT, and this is my prompt. I'm starting a Bible animated stories channel, and I need a list of some of the most popular Bible stories I could begin with. Enter that. Yeah, so ChatGPT has given us the ideas in these sort of categories. So the first category is top foundational Bible stories. Yeah, so we have the story, we have the key theme, we have the main character. So we have a story of creation, Adam and Eve. And then down here we have more powerful and dramatic stories. Here is where we have Daniel in the lion's den, Esther saves her people, Jonah and the whale. Okay, and then down here it also gives us a bit of suggestions for the channel launch. So it tells us to start with 5 to 10 short animated stories. And then down here it says that we could consider series themes like women of the Bible, Jesus parables, stories of courage. And I really like these sort of themes. I think this would make for a really nice place to start. Yeah, so if I look at this and I decide to go with women of the Bible, I think in our story up here, the story of Esther saving her people. So I think this would be a really good story to begin with. Next, we want to check whether or not there's an audience for this particular topic. Yeah, so normally when you go to YouTube and you just start typing, you can see it autocomplete. So this autocomplete is what people actually enter when they are searching for things on YouTube. So this is a really good place for you to start, just to see whether your audience is even searching for that topic. And you can see that the very first video here has over 1.5 million views about 10 months ago. So now that we have seen that our idea has an audience, we can go to the second step, and that is creating the actual story that we want to tell. For that, we are going to use ChatGPT. So this is my prompt. Take up the role of an accomplished video script writer and write out the story of Esther saves her people. Include a click-worthy title and write out scenes as they follow each other in the book of Esther. Any parts with dialogue, quote directly from the NIV Bible version. Enter that. Yeah, so this is what ChatGPT created for me. So you can go through the actual story and check whether all the parts are included as the way the story is told in the Bible. Yeah, and then I asked it to create for me image prompts, which you're going to use in the next step. This is my prompt. Create the image prompts for each scene. If more than one thing is happening, split the scene, include emotions, camera movement, and background setting. So it generated for me the prompts here. Yeah, and then I asked it to include the image prompts for the main characters for consistent imagery. You'll see why this is necessary. So these are the prompts that I got, and now we can go to the third step, and that is for us to start creating our AI images and videos. For that, we're going to be using Leornado. So Leornado is really awesome when you're creating images, and I'm going to leave a link for you in the description down below. So the best thing about Leornado is that you can also create videos with it if you're on the paid version. So once you're signed up and signed in into Leornado, this is going to be your dashboard here. We're going to click on where it says image here. This is where we're going to be creating our images from. Yeah, so we are first of all going to choose a preset with which you're going to create our video with. So I'm going to use Lucid Realism for this. Okay, and then we're going to create using the first generation mode, and our dimensions is going to be 16:9, yeah, for the YouTube video. And then we're going to go back to ChatGPT and copy our very first prompt here. So this is going to be the prompt for creating a consistent character for Esther. Remember I told you about the consistent character. So paste the prompt here. You can also make changes if need be. So if you're on the free plan, then it's going to generate for you 4 images at a go. But if you're on the paid plan, then it allows you to decide how many images you want. Okay, so now we have our 2 images of Esther here. Okay, so we can have a look at them. That's the first one, and here is the second one. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this one. So this is going to be our Esther. Yeah, so now we can go to creating an image for Mordecai. So I went back to ChatGPT, copied the prompt for Mordecai, pasted it into Leornado, clicked on generate, and this is what I got for Mordecai. Yeah, so we have these 2 images here. So we have this one and we have this one. Yes, I think I'm going to use this one as our Mordecai. Let's create the next image. This one is of Haman. So we copy again the prompt, paste it into Leornado. Yeah, so these are the images that we have of Haman. Okay, so this is the first one and this is the second one. I think I'm going to use this one as our Haman. In case you need to regenerate, you can always do that. Let's create the image for the king now. So we do the exact same thing, copy the prompt, click on generate. Yeah, and this is what we got for the king. I think I prefer this one here. So it's important for you to go through the images and decide the one you want, because we are going to use it when creating the consistent images. You're going to see us doing that just now. Yeah, so let's now start creating the scenes. So we go back to ChatGPT, go back to the very first scene, copy the prompt, come back to Leornado. Yeah, we're going to paste it here. And you can see here that the main character is a king. So if I just click on generate without adding the image reference, you'll see that it will not generate consistent characters. Let me show you. Yeah, so while it's generating, I want to show you how to do the image referencing. So if I go to this image icon here, you can see that the character referencing part here has been grayed out. So it means that in this particular model, we're not going to be able to do that. But let's see the images that it has given us. Yeah, you can see the king here does not look like the image that we generated of the king earlier. Yeah, so now we're going to go back to the presets here, because we've seen that this preset does not support image referencing. We're now going to use this flux context here. Okay, and this one, if we go to the image icon, you can see that it allows us to do image referencing. So we're going to go to our generations, and then we're going to look for the image of the king that we decided to use, confirm that, click on generate. And this is what we now have for the image of the king. You can see that it has generated only one image, but you can see that the king's image here is really consistent with what we had earlier. Let's create another one. So for this second one, we're going to be creating an image and video of Vashti. So Vashti is not like a main character, yeah? So when we copy the prompt, paste it back into Leornado, we don't need to do image referencing, so I can use Lucid Realism here. Yeah, click on generate. Yeah, and this is the image that we have. Okay, so now I'm going to click on generate video. Yeah, so the prompt that we use for the image is the same prompt that I'm going to use for the video. And you can see that generating the video like this is going to take about 300 credits. So you could go to where it says models here and decide to use maybe a lower version model. So I could go with maybe Motion 1 here to see how many credits it now says it will generate the video with. Yeah, so you can see now we can generate with 25 credits. So let's generate that to look at what that looks like. Let's go to where it says view generation. Yeah, so you can see that our video is now being created. Yeah, so here is our video now. Yeah, so you can see it has this sort of slow motion in it. Yeah, but for most of the videos, I preferred to just use quality, even though it was taking up more credits. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, ensure you like it and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Let's continue. Yeah, so I then use the exact same process to create all the images and all the different videos that I required. But I want to show you how to create a different kind of image using ChatGPT. Yeah, so for this one is for the Bible verses. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. So I'm going to go to where we have a Bible verse here, copy the Bible verse, and then I'm going to give ChatGPT this prompt, generate an image with the writings, and then I paste in my Bible verse, and I also ask it to ensure it is in warm plain colors with good contrast. Yeah, and this is what I got. Yeah, so you can see this is a really nice image that we're going to use in our video, and I did this for all the other different Bible verses that I had. Yeah, so the images and videos are going to take up the most of your time when you're creating these kind of videos. It's also going to be a bit frustrating when you create a video and then it has distortion, and then you know you've used like 300 credits to create that one. Yeah, so please take your time when you're doing this particular step. Now let's go to the first step, and this one is much easier. It is of us creating the voiceover that we shall be using for our video. For that, we are going to be using 11 Labs. I'm going to leave a link for you in the description down below for you to sign up to 11 Labs. So once you're inside of 11 Labs, this is going to be your dashboard. We're going to go to where it says text to speech here. So this is what we're going to be using. And now we're going to be copying a scene at a time and coming back to 11 Labs and pasting it here for it to generate that particular scene audio. So now you have to go back to ChatGPT and ask it to extract the narration from your story. So that is what I did, but I asked it to give me the narration only up to 5 scenes with complete Bible verses where applicable, okay? Yeah, so this makes it so much easier for us to be able to create our audio. So I'm going to copy this first scene narration here, go back to 11 Labs. Yeah, paste it here. And now we need to choose a voice to use. Yeah, we're going to use James here. And click on generate speech. Yeah, and you can listen to the first and second generation and decide on the one you want. Let's listen to one.
In the days of King Xerxes, who ruled over 127 provinces stretching from India to Kush, the Persian Empire was vast.
Yeah, once you like it, you can just download it. Also ensure that you name it accordingly. For this one should be scene 1, so that when we go to scene 2, we also name it as the same. Yeah, and then you do the same for all the other voiceovers that you need to use for your video. Now we can go to the 5th step, and this is a really fun one. It is us deciding the music that we are going to use for our video. For that, you can use the YouTube audio library. So if you go to your YouTube studio, go to where it says customization, you're going to be able to see so many music tracks that you can be able to use for your video. And you can also decide to use the filters. For this one, I search for ambient. Yeah, but if you want to go a step further, you can decide to use Suno to create your very own AI music. So this is what I did, but you have to be on the paid version, because if you use Suno to create music and you're on the free plan, then you're not allowed to use it commercially, okay? So just go to Suno. I'm going to leave a link for you in the description down below. We're going to use simple here because I only want instrumentals. Describe your song. Yeah, click on create. And then it gives you 2 options to choose from. Let's listen to this one. I think I like the second one more. Download that. And now we're going to go to the final step, and that is of us compiling all the different assets that we have created into one video that tells our story. For that, we're going to be using CapCut, but you can use any other video editor that you prefer. I just like to use CapCut just so that it is easier for me to show you how to do it. Yeah, and now we're going to import all our assets. That is the AI images, the videos, the music, the audio, all those assets that we have. We're going to import them into CapCut, and then you're just going to align them in the way that they follow each other. I prefer to add the music first, and then I lower the volume, and then I add in the first voiceover. Yeah, and I also add in the corresponding maybe video or even image. And then I add in the second scene audio and also the corresponding AI image or video. Yeah, and then I did the same for all the other sections. And then I also decided to add in a bit of transitions and also a bit of animations. Yeah, so you can find the transitions here and you can find the animations here. Just go through them and find some that you like. Yeah, and once you're done, you can now export your video. But just before I show you what the final video looks like, I wanted to mention that I now have a 4-week live training where you can join me. We meet once a week for 4 weeks and I can be able to guide you on that. I'm going to leave a link for you to join in the description down below. So let's look at what our final video looks like.
In the days of King Xerxes, who ruled over 127 provinces, stretching from India to Kush, the Persian Empire was vast, and its glory unmatched. To display his wealth and majesty, King Xerxes gave a banquet, lasting 180 days for all his nobles, princes, and officials. When it ended, he held another feast, this time for all the people of Susa, from the least to the greatest. But on the 7th day, after too much wine, the king made a command. He sent for Queen Vashti, asking her to come before the people, wearing her royal crown to show off her beauty. But Queen Vashti refused. The king burned with anger. He consulted his advisors and issued a royal decree. Esther 1 verse 19. Therefore, if it pleases the king, let him issue a royal decree, and let it be written in the laws of Persia and Media, which cannot be repealed, that Vashti is never again to enter the presence of King Xerxes. Also, let the king give her royal position to someone else who is better than she. And so Queen Vashti was removed, and the search for a new queen began.
In the fortress city of Susa lived a young Jewish woman named Hadassah, also known as Esther. She had been raised by her cousin Mordecai after the death of her parents. Esther was lovely in form and beautiful in face, and when the king's order was proclaimed to gather young women for the palace, Esther was taken too. But she told no one of her people or her background, because Mordecai had told her not to reveal it.
12 months. Esther was prepared with oils, perfumes, and treatments. When her turn came to meet the king, she asked for nothing more than what was suggested by Haggai, the king's eunuch, who oversaw the women. And the king was captivated by her. Esther 2:17. Now the king was attracted to Esther more than to any of the other women, and she won his favor and approval more than any of the other virgins. So he set a royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti, and the palace rejoiced.
Yeah, so let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Also subscribe to the channel for more content like this. My name is Peris and I'll catch you on the next one.